He's only 45 points behind Earnhardt. Man, let's take a look and see what Michigan has in store for us. And Michigan is always a fantastic race. Just as I say that, I jinx it. I'm amazing at jinxing things. Don't jinx things, Doss! You don't do that! You don't tell me what to do. Oh. And that Elliott is on the pole. Awesome. Yeah, you can't beat that. Awesome Bill from Dawson. Oh God. Where did that come from? Anyways, Awesome Bill from Dawsonville is on the pole. Second place, Rusty Wallace. Third place, Terry Labonte, who's been doing really well in that 11 car. Fourth place, Tim Richmond. Fifth, Dale Earnhardt, your points leader. Sixth, Jeff Bodine. Seventh, Bobby Allison. Yup. Eighth, Alan Kowicki. Ninth, Dale Earnhardt. And 10th, Davey Allison. In 2 races, our points leader, Dale Earnhardt, he'll be going to the Southern 500 for the chance to win $1 million, as he had won the Daytona 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 earlier this season.
Drivers, start your engines!
There that goes. So he had won the Daytona 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 before. And if you win 3 out of the 4 major NASCAR events during the year, you win a $1 million bonus. And we're going to the oldest race on the NASCAR schedule, the Southern 500 at Darlington. Ought to be a huge race. Of course, that's not the next race after this. It's a race after. The next race after this is going to be Bristol. And we all know how much we love Bristol. Bristol's such a fun track. Anyways, right now we just need to end Super Speedway Mania here. One last speedway here at Michigan. The green flag is out and we're underway. 42 cars racing off into corner number 1. As I can't get the camera aligned. Elliott will lead them up off of turn number 2 and head down the back straightaway. This is a really fast track. You're going to see these guys going 170, 180 miles an hour down the straights. About 150 through the turns. And here Elliott, he leaves the bottom open. Here comes points leader Dale Earnhardt. He's not even going to let Elliott lead the first lap. Earnhardt's going to jump out to a huge advantage early on. He'll lead lap number 1. So give the lead to Earnhardt. We have second place Elliott, third place Labonte, fourth place Bobby Allison, and fifth place Rusty Wallace. And now you see Elliott, he's back down into the inside of Earnhardt. Elliott wants his lead back. Obviously, he's not going to let Earnhardt keep the lead for long. These two guys definitely have a bit of a rivalry going all the way back to the beginning of the Throwbacks. These two drivers are just two guys at the top of their game. Elliott 4th in points, Earnhardt in the lead in points. Well, we've had an excellent start to this race. Now here comes the 27 of Wallace. He's looking around. Tim Richmond down low. Larry Pearson also looking down low. Further back, they want positions. Can they get positions? No, here comes the 25. Tim Richmond. Last year's champion, currently 3rd in points. He's about 95 points down on Dale Earnhardt. Not an insurmountable lead, but certainly a very difficult lead to make up. Here comes Earnhardt on the bottom. He wants more laps led. He'll easily get back to the line, the leader. Easily. Now here comes the 27 down low. Wallace is going to go to the lead. And now here comes Terry Labonte, the successor to Darrell Waltrip in the Junior Johnson Chevrolet. He's going to go underneath Dale Earnhardt. And Labonte, he's going to take the second position, maybe. Yes, he will, with ease. Can he close in on Wallace and try to lead a lap? We haven't seen Terry Labonte in victory lane since 1987. He would love to get his first win of 88 here. He's down on the inside of Wallace, heading down into corner number 1. It looks like Labonte's going to easily take over the lead here, and Terry Labonte is going to be leading this race, coming up off of turn number 2. Wallace is not giving up. He's going down the back straightaway. He's giving chase. It looks like, though, Terry Labonte is going to hold out for now. Here comes Elliott to the bottom for a second. Elliott's going to stick it right on the bottom. The 11 slips up the track. Elliott's looking. Elliott's going to come up off of turn number 4, and he's going to bring it way down the track, trying to lead the lap, but it looks like Terry Labonte is going to have the drafting assistance on the outside lane. Terry Labonte is going to continue to lead here. Now back down into corner number 1 here at lap number 6. Elliott got underneath him again, shoving. Oh, he just shoved the 11 right out of the way, and it looks like Bill Elliott's going to go back to the lead here in lap number 6. Dale Earnhardt still on the bottom. He's going to try to advance his position. He takes third from Wallace, second from Labonte. Now looking for the lead from Elliott, all in the same turn. Dale Earnhardt looking down low on the track. He doesn't have the momentum. Elliott's going to lead the lap. They go down into turn 1. It looks like the shorter line really helped Earnhardt there. They pull dead even as they head off into turn 2. Elliott trying to hold his own on the outside lane, but Earnhardt's speed is just way too much. He's got the distance advantage. He's got the speed advantage, and now he's going to get the drafting assistance from Rusty Wallace. Wallace is going to dive bomb it down into 3, though. He's not going to let Earnhardt just drive away with anything. He's going to put his bumper to the back of the 3, trying to imitate the Intimidator. They come to the line. It looks like Earnhardt, he's going to lead the lap. He's still in control for now. Oh, look at the dive bomb here. Rusty Wallace pulls way out on Dale Earnhardt. But he's going to lose his momentum. Here comes Earnhardt back, and here comes the whole pack back now. It's not just Earnhardt that might be looking for the lead here going into turn number 3. Terry Labonte looking down low. He's got the strongest car that I've seen out of him to date. And Junior Johnson gave him some fantastic equipment to work with today. And now here comes Tim Richmond. Richmond is up into 3rd. 3 wide for position number 3 behind the 2 leaders. Terry Labonte is going to take the lead going into corner number 1 here. Easily taking it over from Rusty Wallace. Wallace starting to fight back. Maybe Terry Labonte drove it in just a bit too deep. But now Wallace, he's trying to hang in there on that outside line. Elliott, perfect move. He'll shove the 27 out of the way. That'll get him into 2nd. Will he get the lead from Labonte here in this corner? Elliott looking down low. He's looking for the lead. He's got drafting assistance from Tim Richmond. Coming to the line, Labonte led the lap, but it does look like Elliott's going to get the position. Side by side going into turn 1. Elliott and Labonte remain side by side going into turn 2. Labonte holding his own on the outside lane, but then finally conceding on corner exit. Elliott's got the position going into turn number 3. Tim Richmond's now looking. He wants a piece of that pie. Yep. Give everybody the 5 bonus points. Now, if Tim Richmond's able to get around here, everybody in the top 5 will have 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Look at this. 3 abreast down the front straightaway for the lead. Elliott up high, Richmond in the middle, and Wallace all the way down low as they head into turn number 1. Wallace dive bombs everyone. Oh, can he make it stick? Yes, he does. Wallace is your leader coming off of turn 2. What was an incredible maneuver. A very action-packed few laps to start this race. Good Lord, we are on lap 11, and I don't think that there's been a single moment I've been able to take a breather. Things have been happening left, right, front, center in this race. And now Tim Richmond, he's going for the lead again. He's going to try to take it away from Wallace. He's not going to do it on this lap. He's going to have to do it in turn 1 and keep it through turn 3 if he wants the 5 bonus points. Can he get there, though? That's the question. Oh, he's definitely there. The question is, how much is Earnhardt going to help him or hurt him here? Earnhardt and Wallace, they're going to go side by side down the back straightaway. That'll certainly help the 25's cause. Earnhardt, oh, look at this. Excuse me, I'm faster. Get out of the way. Earnhardt to the lead. I honestly don't think that any 4 of these cars, any one of these 4 cars here up front, are necessarily faster than each other. These guys are just putting on a phenomenal show. Oh, look at this. Wallace using the bumper again. This time can't get as good of a run as he could have on the 3. If Wallace really wants to pull out on that points lead, he's got to win this race because I don't think Earnhardt's going to fall back. Nope. Earnhardt's not falling back in this race, folks. So, Rusty Wallace has to win this race. Has to. Yup. He's got to make sure that Earnhardt finishes further back as well. Make sure that he secures the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. Like, he can't really afford to let Elliott get in front here and lead a lap. He's going to have to let Elliott by, and he's going to have to overtake him going into corner number 3. There's just no way it's happening. Oh, look at this. He made a huge run on the outside lane, but unfortunately it is to no avail as Bill Elliott's going to maintain the lead through turns 3 and 4, and now Earnhardt's going to try to take second away from Wallace, and that's really not good. Earnhardt looking low. Oh, Elliott did not turn into corner number 1 the way that he could have. They caught right up to him. Good Lord. Here comes the 27 down low. This is what makes Michigan such a great race. Wallace easily passing Elliott now. Wallace is going to retake the lead. So for now, Rusty Wallace, he's out there, he's leading. He's doing a good job of it. So now Wallace, he's got a pretty sizable lead, and now we've got a really good spread here. But take a look at this battle for, I believe this is the 6th position, between Ricky Rudd, Davey Ellison, Sterling Marlin, and Jeffrey Bodine in the 5. Davey Ellison, he goes down low. Remember, he got his first career win at Michigan this race 1 year ago. In a move that really shocked a lot of people. And now Elliott's right back onto the tail of the 27. Just as soon as you think that he was going to pull out, nope. No! Elliot's going to take that lead right back. Right down the sucker hole the 27 goes. Wow. Should be noted, of course, I said that Davey Allison, he ended up winning the Michigan race last year. The fall Michigan race. He ended up winning it. Take a look at who's got the fastest lap. Number 28, Davey Allison. So obviously, these guys have an excellent program here at Michigan. They know how to get it done. And another name that might surprise you, how about Mark Martin? Third fastest. That's crazy. Remember, this is Mark Martin's first full-time season since 1983. I don't think he's ever raced at Michigan before. So the fact that Martin has such a fast car should also tell you something. He's got really something going there. Meanwhile, you want to talk about a huge swan song season? How about these two legends? We have Bobby Allison in the 12, Cale Yarborough in the 29, both of these guys in the top 15. They're really making the best out of their final season in this sport. It's crazy. It's really crazy how good these guys are. It really is. Meanwhile, looking back to the lead, Wallace has once again regained ground on the 9. Rusty wants to look around. Can he get back-to-back wins? Of course, we still got 31 laps to decide that yet. Oh, right on the bumper of the 9. There he goes. He got him arrow loose. That's the way to do it right there. Side by side. How much will that allow Earnhardt to catch back up? And there you go. Elliott is gone back to second, and now Wallace is back in the lead. And this is what Wallace needs to do. He needs to get in the lead. He needs to pull away from that 9, and he needs to stay away from that 9 car. The more that 9 car stays out in front, the less likely he's going to get those 10 bonus points for leading the most laps. And if Earnhardt's going to finish third in this race, he needs those extra 5 bonus points to reel in Earnhardt. I mean, it's a 46-point deficit is a lot when the person that you're trying to reel in is finishing second, third, fourth, fifth every single race. It becomes really frustrating to reel in because you can have a really good day where you're like, yeah, I finished 6th. And then you realize, oh, wait, I just dropped 20 points to the points leader. And that's just how competitive these guys really are. It's quite ridiculous what these guys are doing up here front. They're really doing a fantastic job here, though. 27 trying to stay out in front. We're approaching halfway here. We'll go back to this battle here that's happening between Ricky Rudd, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Bodine, Terry Labonte's starting to fall back into this now. Darrell Waltrip, Davey Allison, these guys are all in and around this area. Here comes Bodine. He's going to pull out on Sterling Marlin. And now 3 wide. Here comes Davey Allison, the sophomore. I'll reiterate this again. He is the first rookie to ever win a race since Dale Earnhardt in 1979. Oh, now here we go. Pit stops are coming. Wallace down pit road. Elliott's your leader. I think Wallace pit a bit too early. I think so as well. Just think that Wallace pit a bit early. Yep. Here we go. Earnhardt seems like he's going to pit road. Elliott is not. So Elliott's going to stay up. Elliott's just going to keep going here. Sterling Marlin, Davey Ellison, they're still out on the track. Same thing with Phil Parsons, Larry Pearson, Buddy Baker in the 88. Here we go, the 9's slowing down, he's coming to pit road. 44-28, they're slowing down, they're coming to pit road. 4 and the 55 are going to come to pit road. So is the 88. AJ Foyt in the 14, he's going to come to pit road. Joe Ruttman 73, Harry Gant 33. Yup. And now here comes Wallace. Wallace. Why? Why? 27. Is he going to have the lead? Yep, definitely. Way out. Earnhardt will be in second. Wow, that's like not even close. Yep. Well, the pit stops definitely spread the people out again. And the 27 is going to take the lead. Let's see by how much. 4 seconds is the lead right now for the 27. Wow. Look at this. The 2 Allisons, Kawicki, Terry Labonte, and Sterling Marlin. They're all battling for position. I think they're battling for the 8th position here. So the top 3, the bottom 3, top 10 positions are on the line in this battle here. That's really saying something. Yep. So there you go. Alan Kawicki might be in store for yet another top 10 finish today, as he's really been on a roll. Meanwhile, we got a slow car here in the form of H.B. Bailey. He might have a problem. Might end up having a caution here pretty soon if he keeps on going that slow. It looks like he's going to be able to make it at pit road. Yeah. Ooh, huge chunk taken out of the 52 there. And indeed, he was able to make it to pit road. Meanwhile, we have another slow car here in the form of Joe Ruttman. That might bring out the yellow. We'll find out. That does indeed bring out a yellow flag or not. Right now, Wallace is the untouchable, 4 seconds ahead. And then we have So we have Wallace the Untouchable. He's the leader. Earnhardt and Elliott, they're battling for second. Now you have Jeff Bodine, Darrell Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, and... oh wow, you got 3 Hendrick Motorsports teammates and Ricky Rudd here. All of those guys are battling for the 4th position. So you got 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th here. Ricky Rudd, Darrell Waltrip, Tim Richmond, and Jeff Bodine. And then you have here 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, I think. Nope, just 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. The 83 is not a factor here. So there you go, the 83 is not a factor there. Meanwhile, back to the 2nd place battle. They are reeling in the leader. The 3, the 9, they're not really swapping positions, but they're just trying to work together, trying to get up to the 27 right now. That's the battle, trying to get to that 27 machine. Plenty of time left in this race yet. Yup. Here we go. We might have a position swap here. Elliott trying to get around Earnhardt. That's for 2nd. And that also means 5 points between them. I think it's safe to say now that Wallace is going to get those 5 bonus points for leading the lap. Earnhardt, leading most laps. Earnhardt already has 5 bonus points for leading the lap, so Wallace has 5 points up on Earnhardt already, no matter what position he's in. So put him in 2nd, that's 10 points up. Put him in 3rd, that's 15 points up. You cut the difference there. 46 minus 15. You're at 31 points. And it just seems like it's going to take forever to cut that points lead down. It might just take forever to cut that points lead down. It's not an insurmountable lead by any means. No. But, man, it's tough. And here, Tim Richmond, you want to talk about tough luck. This guy is going to end up finishing 4th today. Oh, 4th. You think of 4th. That's an amazing finish. You're doing really good if you're finishing in 4th. He's going to lose 10 to 15 points to Earnhardt. He's going to be 115. He's going to either be 105, 110 points back at the end of this race for finishing 4th. Yup. I mean, you almost have to ask for a DNF in order to make up the difference there. If you're 100 points out, you basically have to ask for a DNF. I think this is going to really be a very good late season showdown here between Rusty Wallace and Dale Earnhardt, as we'll see the 25 of Tim Richmond really start to fade to black. And Elliott, I don't even think it doesn't matter how white hot Elliott gets. He's 250 points in the hole. He's just not going to do it. He's just not going to be able to do it. You won't be able to pull it off. I mean, that is the important thing right there. Earnhardt going down low. You won't be able to overtake Elliott here, but look at this. They've really made ground on the 27. Yep, Wallace is just right there. Oh, crap. Wallace is right there. Yup. So, wow. Gotta hand it to him. Clearly. Wow, they really ran down Wallace. But like I said now, Wallace is very likely going to still have the most laps led. So, yeah. Yep. Here comes Elliott. We've got a battle for the lead here. 12 laps to go. Elliott looking down low. He's going to get him up off of turn 2 here. Dead even down the back straightaway. Who's got the momentum? Elliott. And the 9 car goes back to the lead. I think Elliott may have the stuff to legit win this race. The 27's just looking really, really slow right now, which is unfortunate for Rusty Wallace because now he's going to end up losing points to Earnhardt if that happens. If Wallace drops this 1.1 position to Dale Earnhardt, he will actually not be dropping or gaining any points to Earnhardt. They'll be breaking dead even. They'll both get, I think they'll both get 175 points the way that it is. Well, now Earnhardt going to the lead. He's going to have 180 points. But if Wallace is able to get into second place, he'll also have 180 points. Right. And here, with a race as close as this, with a points race as close as this, every point matters. Every lap led matters. Every little position matters. Considering that we're only going to have 10 races to go after this, it's really going to be crunch time for everybody in this season. It's going to really be crunch time. Look at the 27. Look at him. Look at him. Wow. Wallace is like, thank you, I'll take that lead right back. 9 to go when we get to the line. I don't know if Wallace was trolling them or if he was bored being that far in the lead. Like, I don't know. Maybe he was just toying with them. Because it looked like he has rocket launched past those guys. Elliott's having none of it, though. Nope, Elliott back to the lead. That's going to make Wallace a bit salty, I bet. Earnhardt using the bumper. I just want to rattle his cage. I just want to rattle his cage. Oh, shut up. Every single time he says that, it makes me want to hate him more. I'm just saying. Yeah, every single time Earnhardt says that, it's like, oh, I just want to rattle his cage. It's like, yeah, that's definitely what you wanted to do, buddy. That wasn't a caution flag, was it? I don't think so. Earnhardt's going to get to the lead. Yeah, we're still green. Plenty good. Still green. Elliott. So now Earnhardt in the lead. And here the 27, he can just hold back if he wants to. He just sit and wait and be patient. Or the question is, does the 27 not legitimately just not have the pace after the pit stop? He may just legit not have the pace. I don't know. He really closed in on the 3 car there. I don't think he doesn't just not have the pace, man. He's got to have the pace. He's got to have the pace. Slow traffic. Gotta love slow. Yup. Slow is my favorite kind of traffic. And it looks like everyone's going to go right by Davey Allison there. The 3 car of Earnhardt trying to find a way around. Looks like he'll do it here. Wallace, he wants to get back into the 2nd position. He wants to gain at least 5 points on Earnhardt. That's true, and that's the thing you gotta do here, is at least gain 5 points on Dale Earnhardt. Right now, he's not gaining any points on Dale Earnhardt. They're finishing the exact same, with the exact same amount of points. And he'll be leaving this race 46 points in the hole. Caution is out. Race back to the line. It didn't kill Earnhardt's momentum enough. And I think this is going to be... Oh boy, is this going to be our 2nd straight race that ends underneath the yellow flag? Because that'll suck if that's the case. Oh no, not another one that ends underneath the yellow. I honestly don't think anybody wanted to see this. Well, Elliott will definitely have the race won if this race ends under the yellow flag. I think they're going to try to get it back underneath the green. We'll see if they can. So now here's going to be the shtick. If the pace car doesn't turn off its lights when we get back to the start and finish line, race is going to be over. Man, I hate late race caution. Even if this race does get back underway, I don't think anything's going to prevent Elliott from running away with this, because they're going to have the 2 slower cars of Mark Martin and Kyle Petty between them. Not to mention their manufacturer support right here, too. Yeah, 3 Fords here. Even though Kyle Petty and Mark Martin are laps down, they're still Fords, and they'll still help out their manufacturer buddy in the form of Elliott. Win on Sunday, buy on Monday. Yup. And a ton of people just left out in line. I don't know why they would be doing that. Let's see what happens here. Caution lights off? Nope. They will not get this race back underway, and your winner is going to be Bill Elliott. Aww. So another race ending underneath the yellow flag. Bill Elliott has won. Dale Earnhardt second. Let's go through the top 10 here. Bill Elliott has won. Dale Earnhardt second. Rusty Wallace third. Tim Richmond fourth. Ricky Rudd fifth. Jeff Bodine sixth. Darrell Waltrip seventh. Terry Labonte eighth. Sterling Marlin ninth. And Alan Kowicki will round out the top 10. And you can see the 45 points, not 46, 45 points, that now separates out Earnhardt and Wallace. It's the exact same. So Elliott picks up win number 2 on the season. He's still 279 points down on Earnhardt, and I think it's safe to say out of the championship contention. And between these three, I honestly don't know who's going to win. It's going to be really close. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be really close between these guys. Alan Kowicki, he's still managing the top 10 points run. I mean, he's got 9 top 10s. You can't beat that. Have a season with 9 top 10s. I mean, you're doing really well. Richard Petty, 10 DNFs out of 19 races. Ouch. That's really bad. Yeah, so Richard Petty not doing well. He's not even going to get an invitation in the next season, I don't think. Obviously, so the way that... Let me actually stop here and explain the way that the 1989 season's how I determine the rosters here. So what I do is I take the top 25 from the previous season, and they're all invited into the next season. Obviously, you're going to have your retirees. Allison's going to retire. Baker's going to retire. Yarborough's going to retire. They're not moving on. Of course, Allison might make a shock return, but I doubt it. So those 3 guys, they're going to go out. They're not going to stay. But still, that doesn't put the threshold any lower. Only the top 25 from the previous season are allowed to make it in. The rest of the spots are then going to be determined from 26 through 42. That's just going to be determined by what their average finish was during the actual 1989 Winston Cup points season. And that'll determine my roster. Now, I think I've got a pretty good idea for what the roster is going to be like. I may have to switch a few names out because I don't know if there's any changes between who's guaranteed in and who's not, and that might knock a few guys in or out. But I think I only have 42 guys eligible to be in the season anyway, so I don't think it's going to matter. So that's pretty much where that lies. So pretty much that's how I determine the rosters for these things, and it ought to be a really fun 1989 season. I think we've got like 7 rookies going to be competing. It's going to be real fun. Anyways, we'll see you next time.